Hello and welcome into the Bruins fan review for Game 77 against the Florida Panthers. I hope you enjoyed the video I included at the beginning of the video. That was from my good friend Steven, who was at the game the other day against Tampa Bay. Great game to watch, and I'm very jealous he got to see that in person, but would have loved to be there myself. Going into this game against the Florida Panthers, the Bruins again fell 1 point behind Tampa because Tampa had a back-to-back and played yesterday. Tampa won that game convincingly against, I believe, I'm not even going to say who it's against. I just know they killed them. And DeBrusk was returning today. Florida is 3 points behind New Jersey. That gap got a little wider. If I lean, if I lean this way, you can see it got 2 points wider today. And Reimer and the Florida Panthers would attempt to come into the Boston Garden and beat us. The last time we played them was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Florida beat us 3-0. Not a good showing, but when you're winning a lot, you're occasionally going to drop a game. That was the rare drop of a game that we had against Florida. They need those points. They need them even more tonight because of the gap between them and New Jersey. As I said, DeBrusk is returning, specifically returning to Krejci's wing. He was a good constant with Krejci on the wing for a while, and Krejci's line hasn't been the same without DeBrusk. DeBrusk is really fast. He brings a nice speed element to the game that a lot of players just can't bring. He might be the fastest player on the Bruins. I'm just saying he might be. I'm not saying he is. I'm saying he might be. He's extremely fast. Jumping straight into the game here. Period 1, which is the only real competitive period, in my opinion, in the game. 5 minutes into the game, Jonathan Huberdeau passed to Keith Yandel, which takes Krejci wicked out of position. Not a good look for Krejci here. He takes it down from the point. He then slides into Trocheck, who's in the slot. Trocheck takes the shot from the slot. It's saved by Tuukka, but it kind of falls, and it falls to Tuukka's right side. The puck is being fought for between Donato and McGinn. McGinn finds it and banks it off Tuukka's skate in. One thing to note here, my friend Kevin, who was watching the game highlights with me, pointed out, Kevin Miller is kind of on Tuukka here, and he never really knows where the puck is, which is why, McGinn's able to get the puck. Kevin Miller has no idea where this thing is. Ryan Donato can't win the puck over McGinn, and McGinn banks it in off the skate. 1-0 Florida. Krejci got a loss there, not the best play in the world, but 1-0. Is there any? Yeah, there was only one power play goal in this game. I just want to make sure Florida didn't have any. I believe they were 0-for-2 on the power play, but I just wanted to make sure before I keep going. So 1-0 Florida. Halfway through the period, Bruins get puck in his zone. Krejci skates puck from down low up to the point. McQuaid moves to the point. Holden streaks net, and Krejci, oh my god, this was an assist. He throws a blind pass to the back post, and Holden, who is making that streak, connects on it and tips in. All he had to do was put his stick on the ice because Krejci found it. This is one of those, you played the game for so long, you know what's going to happen type of plays, and Krejci throws it on net, or back post, and he knows someone's going there. Great play by Krejci. One of the better assists you're going to see the Bruins have for a while, or in a while. And good goal, makes it 1-1, and that would be the only time Florida would have a lead, and they would not be able to hold on to it. 5 minutes left in the period. Krejci pressured down at the point, throws it down the boards. Petrovic doesn't receive the puck. He literally just hits his stick and goes behind him. Very bad on Petrovic, and you have a stronger stick like that. Donato gets it, immediately passes it to DeBrusk, who's sitting right next to the net, and DeBrusk beats Reimer near side. No chance for Reimer on this. Petrovic messed up, and it was over at that point. Great quick pass by Donato there. Great goal, and DeBrusk gets his second point of the game. Right? Yeah, second point of the game. Yep. Okay, that would be 2-1 Bruins, and then we go to the second period. 1 minute into the second period, Krejci forces a turnover near the boards on Matheson. Donato entering the zone, picks up the puck. He takes it. This creates a 2-on-1 against Mike Pysyk. And Donato, with the 2-on-1 with Krejci against Pysyk, decides he's going to shoot, and he's a shooter. He's a very good shooter. And he snipes top left blocker side, I want to say. Did I say blocker side? I did say blocker side. On James Reimer. And Optimus Rhyme was not having a good night. At this point, a lot of the goals weren't his fault, but great turnover forced by Krejci, filthy snipe by Donato, and I think he's secured himself a spot in the top 9. I think he's going to, especially if these injuries stay. He's 100% going to be in that top 9. 3-1 Bruins. Right after this, they put Michael Haley out there, who has more fights than about 20 other NHL teams, I think they said, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it, but, fighters are going to fight, shooters are going to shoot, and he picked a very bad choice of who he's going to fight. He picked Adam McQuaid, and Adam McQuaid beat the crap out of him. You don't pick on a guy who's 5 inches taller than you, because most of the time the guy who's 5 inches taller than you is going to beat the crap out of you. That's what happened here. Thoroughly entertained. Do it next time. I'd love to see it. We play you guys 2 more times this year. Love to see you go at him again. It's really entertaining to see you get your crap pushed. Anyway, 1 minute later, Riley Nash takes a Krug wrist shot to the ear. Nash will leave this game, requires stitches. Scary moment, but I think it's a minor injury, and we can move on and hope for the best. 12 minutes into the period, Michael Haley takes another penalty and goes to the box for holding on Torrey Krug. I think this was the one around the neck, if I'm not mistaken. Don't like to see that. Dirty play, I think, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Goes to the box. Bruins on the power play right after this, working around the zone. Pasta throws it, kind of like Krejci, just hoping. Krejci was more smart than this, but he just throws it in the slot. Good things happen when the puck goes there most of the time. Hits Petrovic's stick. I believe it's Petrovic. No, it's Matheson. Matheson hits his stick. It tips on the net. Optimus Rhyme makes a save. Falls in the crease, so Backus gets a piece on it. Doesn't go in, and then Bergeron finds it and forces it in. Good goal. I believe that's Patrice's 29th on the year. It was his 29th on the year. Bad rebound control. That's all you can really chalk that one up to. But, you can't really blame Reimer when it's coming in at, point blank off a tip like that. He can't really do much there. They challenged for goaltender interference because they were down 4-1 at this point. They lose it, which means they lose their timeout, which, that right at this point, the game was over, in my opinion, and Florida quit at this point on. So they lose the timeout, 4-1 Bruins. 4 minutes left in the second. Florida's defense lets Pastrnak get off the boards and just go straight on to goal. Not a good angle shot, but he shoots it. Reimer drops in between his legs. Reimer was leaky at this point. I think he kind of lost a lot of confidence. Fell right in between his legs, and DeBrusk just bats it in. Easy. It's like a look what I found goal. DeBrusk didn't have to do anything. Second goal of the game for DeBrusk. 3-point game for him. Great game for DeBrusk overall. Got a gift goal here. He deserved it with how hard he worked today. You saw a lot of jump in his game. He had missed 10 games or so. Probably a little less than that, actually. Not 10. Maybe 10. But you saw a lot of jump and speed in his game. That's because he has fresh legs. We need fresh legs with how many games we've been playing. Reimer would get pulled after this because it was 5-1 at this point. Luongo would come in and stop 9 of 9. The third period in general, I'll just say this was not fun to watch for one reason in particular. I'll get to that in a second. But 5 minutes in to the period, Heinen got robbed on a forehand backhand move. He had it behind Luongo, but a Florida player came and made it a little too tough for him to finish, and it got cleared out. Dadonov had a no goal where he shot it. It looked like a goal live, but it actually hit the post. No goal, would not stand. They called it a goal on the ice, but they reviewed it. They clearly hit post and didn't go in. Good review for once. The way the refs have been calling games for us, you think they would call that a goal. Halfway through the period, this is the part that makes it really tough of a third. Brandon Carlo falls trying to kick the puck, and he falls on his own ankle, and I'm not a doctor, but I think it's broken. Live, it just looks broken, and this is a huge blow. I'll talk more about it after I get through the rest of the game notes and the post-game notes. Let's see, 6:30 left. Donato gets a breakaway. I thought he went a little too slow. He has a lot of speed. He kind of hesitated. I think he was surprised at how much space he had, and Yandel catches him from behind a little, clearly hooks him, which is a penalty, but I think when you're up 5-1, they're not going to call that often. And Donato should have done faster. This is nitpicking here because the game didn't really matter at this point, but you nitpick the rookies a little more because you want to see them do their best at all situations. You get the win. It was a very unentertaining third because the Bruins are just kind of sitting on their lead, and Florida wasn't really pushing the gas pedal much to really put pressure on us because they had given up. I think they're giving up on their season. I think I'm getting ready to take them off the leaderboard right there. I really don't think they're going to be up there much longer. Kind of like I don't think the Stars are going to be up there much longer. The Stars need everything to go their way, and nothing will. Tuukka, good performance. 30 saves on 31 shots. He got the third star of the game. Good showing from Tuukka, having a very good end of the season, which is what you like to see. Florida quit, and I'm going to declare them dead soon. I just went over that. Carlo injury. This looks serious. He falls on his ankle. If you haven't seen a picture of this, look it up. His butt falls on his ankle, and his ankle just shakes real quick, and you can tell there's damage there. You can tell if it's not broken, it's not. He's not going to be walking on that for a good 2 weeks. So he might miss like a few games of the playoffs, or he might miss all the playoffs, which is sad because he missed all the playoffs last year. And Brandon Carlo was playing his best hockey coming in tonight. Was really good on the road trip through the Central Division that we just came off of. I was really excited because he was starting to become more physical. And this is signs of what Carlo can be next year. And you got to hope he's going to recover from this injury and be exactly what he was, especially if he comes back to the playoffs. Because if he plays like he was now in the playoffs, the Bruins are a team to be reckoned with because he's the top 4 defenseman the way he's been playing the last week. Hopefully he maintains that. The Nash injury, I think, is minor. I think it's just stitches, maybe a game off. Neither Carlo or Nash are traveling to Philly tomorrow. I believe Giunta slides in the lineup. Who slides in the lineup for Carlo? I don't know. Maybe Postma. I really don't know. We'll talk about it tomorrow on the review of the Philadelphia game. Anyway, we move back into first place, which is big. You know you want that. 1 point ahead of Tampa, 1 game in hand. Same situation as last time, but the games are getting lesser and lesser. 2 points behind Nashville for the President's Trophy. Nashville lost today to Buffalo 7-4 or 6-4. Buffalo, they're weird. They beat good teams. They don't beat the teams that are worse than them, though, which aren't very many. They lose to everyone who's around them. So we're 2 points behind the President's Trophy, which is nice to see. Florida is 5 points behind New Jersey, as I mentioned, as you can see over my right shoulder, which looks like it's my left to you. 5 points behind New Jersey, 1 game in hand. New Jersey won today, which made it 5 points. Solid game all around, going back to the game. No one really stuck out as having a bad game. The Bruins play Philadelphia tomorrow, which is a big game because Philadelphia is in the wild. I need to stop doing that reverse shoulder. Wild card game at 92 points. They're 1 point above the Devils. They'd much rather stay there so they can face the Central Division instead of New Jersey right now, who would have to go through Atlantic, which I think we'd all agree is a much tougher division to get through this year in the playoffs. Florida, as we mentioned, 5 points behind. You can almost declare them dead because of how they've been playing lately. Bruins, I mentioned, 1 point above Tampa. 2 points behind Nashville. I mentioned the games. I put all the Eastern teams up there just because, this is 2 Eastern teams that are both in the playoff race / in the playoffs. And that's about all I have to say on this game. Pretty boring game. Florida didn't really make it much of a game. Hopefully the one tomorrow is better. I hope you like the video. It's a little shorter. Actually, I'm going to go over the stats real quick before I do that. So, quickly, Marchand, 84 points, 63 games. Pasta, 77 and 77. Bergeron, 60 and 59. Almost at that 30th goal. He's at 29, which means he's 1 away from 30, which would mean first time since 2015 we have 3 30-goal scorers when Louis Eriksson, Marchand, and Bergeron did it. Krug is at 57 and 71. Wasn't on the score sheet today for the first time in a bit. Heinen's still sticking at 5th somehow. Krejci's 1 point behind him. Expect Krejci to pass him either tomorrow or the game after that. Who knows? Maybe Heinen will be like a zombie or like the Terminator who won't die in the 5th spot. Who knows? 43 and 72 for Heinen. Donato's a point per game, 7 and 7. Couldn't have wrote up his start any better. He had a point today. He had a goal today. 4 goals, 3 assists, and couldn't ask for a better start from the Harvard man. Okay, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, like the video. If you really liked the video, subscribe. I've been your boy, Patar98, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Philadelphia game. Peace.